where the news comes first. You're watching News Channel 2, live at 5 News Hour.
Tonight at 5, renovations of the Obleston apartments are finally complete, and the building is open for business.
Also tonight, 7 cats are dumped outside a local animal shelter after hours.
And tracking Debbie, how the storm could impact us here in the Mohawk Valley as soon as tonight.
Now, the news with Kristen Copeland and Jason Palace.
Here comes the rain. Tropical storm Debbie is set to sweep through central New York and the Mohawk Valley in the next few hours.
The state of New York getting ready to respond to what they're calling a 40 to 70% chance of flash flooding in our area. Now, this is video coming in from Fayetteville, North Carolina, but scenes like this, flash floods, water on roadways and driveways, or maybe even inside homes, could come in the next few hours as a result of the storm into tomorrow, of course. The state commissioner on emergency services says they are already preparing a response, preemptively mobilizing the National Guard. After weeks of stormy weather here in the Mohawk Valley, she warns the ground is very saturated and could set up some dangerous conditions.
The most important thing to know is that rushing water is really dangerous, and less of it than you think can be dangerous. So if you're in a vehicle, for example, just 6 inches of moving water can make it impossible to steer your car. You know, a foot of moving water can sweep your car away. And so I think that people often look at rushing water and think, I can wade through that. You can't. Not in the middle of the storm, not during a flash flood, not right after a storm. The power of that water is real. So I think that's really important.
Bray says she expects things to clear up for the weekend, but for more now on that forecast, let's turn right over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis tracking the latest for us tonight.
Yeah, a couple of updates to pass along with Debbie. The first one is that the system's moving faster, which is good news. That means the rain won't be around for quite as long, but we're still expecting a soaker. This is a live look at the Eric Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Some light bands of rain are starting to work in from the south. Debbie itself in the Carolinas, this is going to be lifting north again very quickly. Another thing we're watching is the track. To the right side of the center of a moving tropical system, we get some wind shear, and that zone is going to set up in part of our area, which means we could have a couple of strong storms possible, and there is an isolated risk of a tornado. This is mainly south and east of Utica. Again, we'll continue to keep an eye on that. 2 to 4 inches of rain expected for most of our area, 1 to 2 inches in Otsego, Fulton, Montgomery County. Again, widespread heavy rain, flash flooding possible. Again, also the possibility of a few stronger storms in this yellow zone with a little bit more wind shear here. So there's going to be a lot to track here as we head into the next 24 hours. Again, some showers here this evening. The heavier rain with this doesn't arrive until tomorrow. It looks to be the heaviest in the afternoon. We could see a few thunderstorms as well. Then this is gone. In fact, we're looking at pretty quiet weather ahead with temperatures in the 70s for most of the week. A few rain chances here and there, but nothing too heavy. But again, the next 24 hours, pretty busy here in central New York. Back over to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. The Red Cross is helping a family of 5 from Rome after a fire last night on Victory Drive, and a Rome firefighter had to go to the hospital.
He was treated for an injury and released. The Rome fire chief says a neighbor saw smoke coming from the garage at 112 Victory Drive and alerted the family inside. A woman and 4 children made it out safely. The garage was damaged in the fire and the smoke spread into the house. The cause of the fire is under investigation. 6
kittens and 1 cat were dumped at the Herkimer County Humane Society late last night. Shelter officials posted pictures of what they found when they opened this morning. They were in crates and cages with food and covered with a rug. Shelter officials say the animals were obviously pets. The shelter says it is reviewing its camera footage and involving law enforcement. The Herkimer County Humane Society has over 100 cats right now.
The historic Obleston apartments are finally complete and ready for tenants. News Channel 2's Kirk Tupai tells us what went into transforming the Genesee Street building and what it looks like now.
Obleston! A ribbon-cutting ceremony officially reopened the renovated Obleston Apartments, one of the most historical buildings in the city of Utica that was condemned about 3 years ago. Liberty Affordable Housing Executive Director Randall Denton says the need for affordable and workforce housing was apparent.
When it was condemned, you had roughly, 30 residents here still living in unfit living conditions. That being said, we lost even the 30 units of housing that this city needed. we were able to bring back 153 units of housing.
The project took over $80 million in about 28 months to complete. Asbestos abatement and construction costs added about $10 million to the project. 100% of the interior walls and plaster has been replaced to comply with modern infrastructure.
Once we were able to dry out the building and fortify the roof, we recognized there was a lot more interior work that needed to be done.
About 40 residents have been approved to move in on August 29th. There are over 300 applicants waiting to fill the remaining 113 units. Rent ranges from the high $700s to $1,200 a month. That includes a laundry service on the 7th floor and a penthouse-level community room that was once a dining area for the residents. Liberty has restored the space, and it now incorporates a community open living room area, dining room, kitchen, and computer workspace.
This is not a Section 8 subsidized building. However, Section 8 would be accepted if people have the vouchers they carry with them. This is an affordable property that is going to be geared towards 50 to 80% of area median income residents.
Liberty still has studio 1 and 2 bedroom apartments available, but they are going fast and you'll need to apply online. We'll provide you with their website on our website, WKTV.com. In Utica, I'm Kirk Tupai reporting for News Channel 2.
The Utica Children's Museum has named Megan Frazier McGrogan as its executive director. She's been the interim director for the past 6 months, and before that, board president. Megan will be responsible for overseeing the opening of the new museum on the Memorial Parkway in December. It will feature 60 interactive exhibits. The facility has been under construction for a few years now.
State Corrections Officers Union is offering incentives to encourage qualified candidates to apply to be COs. Among them, the opportunity to earn up to $80,000 a year with a high school diploma. Also, if you're in county corrections and went through a county academy, you go to a 3-week revised academy for the state. And if you have 5 years on the county corrections job, you come in and get paid at the state's 5-step, not starting over. And that time counts towards your state retirement. But perhaps the biggest incentive?
Facilities that do not have a transfer list, you can hire within that hub and get direct placement out of the academy right at a home facility where we're offering that.
So there's a chance coming out of the academy that a local Central New York person could get assigned to one of our 3 local prisons?
We're guaranteeing that, yes. Until we meet that number, they'll be guaranteed.
Now we have an email address at WKTV.com if you're interested in working at one of 3 local state prisons.
And if you're looking for a new job, we can help you get back to work at the first ever in-person WKTV Career Fair. We have more than 70 businesses taking part in the event August 14th. That's next Wednesday. It's 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Adirondack Bank Center. If you want to check out the companies that are coming, head to WKTV.com for a list.
The Oneida Indian Nation today opened its new cannabis dispensary in Verona, and people were lined up and waiting this morning. Verona Collective at the crossroads of routes 31 and 365 has the dispensary, retail space, slots, and a full-service bar and restaurant. The new dispensary, not far from their first location, will feature 6 new strains of cannabis.
We're opening a new, bigger, better store. It's really an enhanced guest experience here. It's a larger sales floor. We've got some display cases where guests can peruse and just look at the new products and ask more questions to our team members. We also are setting up this store to be a little faster when it comes to the experience.
The Nation will hold a grand opening block party celebration for the new dispensary with live music and food on Saturday from 12:30 to 4:30.
Team USA has extended its lead on the Olympic medal count heading into day 13 of competition.
Indeed, 94 total medals for the red, white, and blue, and 27 of them are gold. Coming up tonight in primetime, more gold up for grabs on the track in the men's 200 meters. Noah Lyles looking to sprint his way to the top of the podium once again. That's tonight on WKTV NBC. And here's what the team is working on for News Channel 2 at 6. 55 years of motocross. A local venue celebrating a big anniversary this weekend while taking center stage in the pro circuit. Plus, School Foundation Aid will take you to a public hearing on a proposal how to change the districts, how they get funding. And Food and Wine magazine is featuring a Utica dish, but it may not be how you make it. It's all coming your way on News Channel 2 at 6.
Thanks for streaming with us. News Channel 2 at 6 is on WKTV NBC.